I have been muted this entire time. Well, start all over again. Hello, everyone, and that's actually going to double up on the audio, so, start over! Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pocky Tank Train Entertainment episode 77. A new trail to dawn. It is 9:34 p.m. here in Tokyo on January 17th, 2025. It's good to be back. You may notice some things look a little bit different, like the camera box here is smaller, and I am smaller than usual because I had to reinstall all my software. My main drive died, unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, and it's been taking a while to get everything back up to speed. So, but we're back. Should be able to stream as per normal again for a while. There's no trips coming up, no business taking me out of the country or anything like that. So should be able to dedicate a good amount of time to getting through the MSQ here, hopefully before the next one pops up. And she's downstairs. Ha. Oh. Wee. That's what you say when you're having fun. You refer to yourself and to other people. Wee. Good old Mitch Hedberg. One second, folks. I need to take my meds really fast, actually, as I think about it before I forget. My cough suppressant here. Yes, I did. I staggered my... Yeah, I would actually turn the camera off for that. Yeah. So, 1 second, folks. This stream, not sponsored, but fueled by Coca-Cola. Next time you get up, honey, can you do me a favor? And bring me my phone. That's why I said next time you get up. I don't need it right now, but I forgot that when I do this, I can't do the 2-screen setup because the second screen is Final Fantasy. So
the second screen is which one?
Final Fantasy. So.
Oh, yes,
well. Well, if it isn't Celessa, alone today, are you? Thank you.
Ow. Got a cramp in my ankle, which is very awkward.
And I need to. Well, my backpack is put away, right? So.
Yep.
I'll use this one for now, I guess. Hopefully, it'll not be too bad. Oh, that is kind of awkward. You were very bouncy, Mr. Phone Stand. There we go. Let's get over here so you're not actually in my way. All right. It's good old book. It's Brook Evu. Well, if it isn't Celessa, alone today, are you? I don't remember what his voice. I've forgotten all the voices I've used for these characters. I see. If you have a hankering for tacos, then they're on the house. Consider it thanks for everything you've done for Tulilal. Go ahead and find a table. I'll bring you your meal as soon as it's ready. Ah, there we go. Empty seat. Tacos. Now I want tacos. She looks so happy. She's like, tacos, yes. You still love tacos, I hope. You ate something when you turned 5. You could barely move afterwards. Remember that? No, not really. That was 30 years ago. 30 years ago for me. Right. Sorry, it's still strange for me too. Just the other day, you were a little boy clinging to your mother's skirt as you set up for Yasalani. And now you're a man grown with a face full of hair. Even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. We're still family, and you can always rely on me. Relying. That feels like the only thing I'm doing right now. On you and everyone else. I can't even start a fire without assistance at my new job. Back in Alexandria, we had electrope. If I needed fire, all I had to do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. But here, I'm helpless. A culinarian who can't even light the stove. The way the others just stared at me. Gods, I've never felt so embarrassed. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'd been told the tales, but it seems life is really different within the dome. My wife and children. I was thinking I had them join me once things had settled, but at this rate... I say you send for them. If they're your family, then they're mine too. I'll do whatever's necessary to make it work. I didn't mean to overhear, but it seems you're having trouble readjusting to life until you all. Val Lamont? To aid folk like yourself, we've established a support group at the Wing of Reflection. There, you can learn the skills you need to live outside the dome. It isn't easy being back, I know, but I'm hopeful they can make things. But I'm hopeful that they can make things easier. That's exactly what I need. I'll definitely take this group out, and I'll bring my family with me. Thank you. Oh, look who it is. I was just about to go and find you, Celesta. You don't mind the company, I hope. I could use a bite to eat myself. Man, because it's not pulled, Christopher. The weapon only glows when I'm using it.
Ah. Gotcha. Okay.
Otherwise, everyone would be glowing all the time. Ah, the tacos here never disappoint. So, what have you been up to lately? I've been exploring Terrell with my trusty alpaca. I'm glad the spinning devil is serving you well, and you're still enjoying seeing the sights. As for myself, I'm being kept busy with duties at the palace. But whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to the people. That way I can better understand the problems they have, and share them with Kwana to figure out solutions. I was on one such walk just now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Kwana and I have something we want to discuss with you, as Dawn servants. Do you have time to come to the palace? Ask Mom. Great. I'll go on ahead. Please come and join us once you're finished here. Check the milk first before you start pouring anything.
We got milk.
There's a lot of oh. I will talk to you later, Mr. I'm not Yoshi P.
Yoshi? Got it.
Yoshi P is the nickname for Yoshida-san, the producer for the game, and the director for the game. And he has got a stand-in character who looks like him to give out certain quests, which is very funny. I should have just used the teleport, but oh well. I want to look around the sites again anyways. Refamiliarize myself with because I want to refamiliarize myself with the map and such. But I think that's enough for now. Let's go ahead and head up to the palace. All right, Valak Shunsa.
Man.
I wonder how these plants stay alive in here. Did they have? I guess there's like a skylight up there. It's maybe
And
not. Look
unfortunately-
at my panties here. Yeah, there's a skylight, so there is natural light coming in for the
And what's
plants to
unfortunate-
grow, and I guess they can just water them. Let's hook Lamont and the gatekeeper. It seems Kalana's gone elsewhere. Sorry, it seems Kalana's gone somewhere. Sorry. Mistress Celesta is always an honor. Val Kalana has stepped away to attend to a pressing matter, but he should join you within before long. Oh, it's the others. Hey guys, what's up? Oh, you're all here too? One second, folks. I'm gonna adjust my sitting mat really fast. There we go. That's better. Val Kalana summoned us. Though if truth be told, Alpha and I have been seeing him quite regularly of late. He asked us to share our knowledge of Hannish culture, you see, in hopes of further strengthening your alliance. We were, of course, happy to oblige him. Krill and I were likewise summoned. Otherwise, we've been carrying on with our work, compiling information on the Golden City. My grandfather embarked on this investigation 20 years ago. With our report, we shall finish what he started.
I bet deep down she's still up the first about having to kill Hop Airlines like Airlines.
Maybe.
But that was how long ago?
It happened last month for us. And I don't know how long it's been in the game for them, Chris.
One.
Lest you wonder, Thancred and Grandra have left to resume their tour of Tyrell. Ishtala, meanwhile, is back to researching cross-rift travel. She was here just a few days ago to get Klon's permission to investigate living memory. By the way, she mentioned wanting to take a look at the key you're keeping at some point. If the look she had in her eyes was any indication, I suggest you brace yourself for when she comes calling. You're like to be stuck with her for a while. Oh no, stuck with my favorite character in the game. Oh darn. Celesta is so unhappy to be stuck with Ishtola. As for Estinian, we know neither where he is nor what he's doing. Some things never change. Probably off killing some giant monster.
Well, probably trying to get her. I think that. Oh, when aim to be people are intrigued by his blood. Want a sample of his blood. Fluffing.
My apologies for the delay.
What?
Think nothing of it. We took advantage of the time to catch up. So, what is it can we do for you? Hopefully present company is enough for whatever it is you need.
His glasses.
The matter for which I have summoned you pertains to Alexandria.
Ah.
A state funeral will soon be held. A state funeral will soon be held at Solution 9 to mourn the passing of Queen Sphene. King Galul Jah and his administration have invited us to attend.
Wonderful.
While certain issues remain unresolved between our nations, such as the treatment of Yasalani, I see no reason not to attend. For generations, the Alexanders lived without even the awareness of death. Live without even the awareness of death. I wouldn't have expected them to have funeral rites still. Apparently the members of Oblivion unearthed records of ceremonies that were conducted in the Alexandria of old. It was they who put forth the proposal that the queen must be thus honored. Leave it to that lot to think of such things.
Nice.
The people of Alexandria no longer forget the departed. They're being confronted with the idea of death for the first time. I suspect our friends wanted to do something for them. Though Sphene was but a simulacrum, she was nonetheless a pillar for her people. The pain of her passing must run deep. Indeed. A funeral will give the Alexandrians a chance to come together to express their grief, that they might overcome it. I wasn't sure at first, but I've decided to go. Not only to be there for Galul Jah, but to put this chapter behind us. That I requested your presence was none other than to see if you wished to attend the funeral. You knew Sphene as well, after all. You and me both, but we made our choices and are responsible for what comes with them. As vow, I'll attend the funeral in an official capacity. I owe it to the Alexandrian people to bear witness to their grief. I'd like it if you could be there to watch over everything, like you did all through this rite of succession. I feel the rest of us should go too. Regardless of the reason, the fact remains that we deprived Alexandria of a beloved ruler. It's only right that we remember who Sphene was, to her people and to others. So let us stand with you. Then it's decided. Let's head back to Solution 9 and look for Galul Jah in the back room. Excuse me, folks. Goodness. Crossroads. Though I too would ideally attend the funeral. Given the circumstances, I think it is best that Lamachi represents us. Besides, I need. Yes, it's her name, Christopher. People have multiple names sometimes. Right? Besides, I need to be on hand to oversee the city's repairs, which is taking longer than expected. When that work is complete, we will finally look into installing new thrones. What are you doing over there, Christopher?
I need some more fried rice. I don't know what I'm doing.
Alright. But to have Father's throne here still, it makes me feel he's close by. I'm quite happy for it to remain for a while.
If I slap behind it, I'd take it.
Even with the slashes.
Who slapped
Yes. His son did, Christopher, before he killed him.
it? The one with the one head and the horn?
Yes, Christopher.
Perhaps you can put that and the slab in the museum. A royal museum. What's his name?
Excuse me, folks. Sorry. Alright, so we are headed... Where are we headed, actually? Oh, to Zaktaral now, alright. Ah, right, because we're going to Solution 9, so may as well just teleport there.
This white place?
Still, like, feels weird that there's this super scientific cyberpunk city and all the fantasyness of Final Fantasy here. This is the right place, Christopher.
In terms of, I think that's so disadvantaged. Final Fantasy has tech has fictional tech that's disadvantaged. Because magic exists within this game.
Technically speaking, Christopher, all the stuff here is made from just a certain kind of magic. It's just that magic that can be accessed easily by everyone. I forgot we can teleport there. Oh well. Again, it's not so bad to get a kind of get my bearings again on the maps and such. Even though there are very few NPCs anywhere, actually. Grief-stricken Shatona. Like, the quest givers are still here, and that's really about it. Trial by Spire. What's that? That means dungeon, probably.
Let's accept that thing.
Pardon me, but you wouldn't have to be Celessa, would you? The very same Celessa who saved Solution 9?
Oh.
I knew it! You, my heroic friend, are in luck, for I'm granting you permission to test your might against my indomitable dummies. Usually usually they're reserved for military research, but I'm willing to make an exception for one of your talents. Nothing to say? Ah, of course. You've been struck dumb by my overwhelming generosity. Not to worry, for I will ease you in and through with a thorough explanation. Once you return to your senses, come meet me at the outskirts. I feel very suspicious about that, but okay, we'll deal with that later. A new challenger appears.
It looks like what the Luna capital would look like in Toho, kind of. I mean, Toho's Luna capital has tech that's at advance.
Something strange. Man, there's a lot of quests over here for dungeons, I guess. You head into the back room? Yes. It's Shale and Gulja. Shale? Wait, Geode? Genalt? Oh, okay.
Oh.
I didn't realize it. I didn't recognize the,
Those are rock names, though.
They're kinds of rocks, Christopher, yes.
A geode is a geode of crystal.
Glad to see that invitation reached you. As you may have heard, we were able to find data on forgotten funeral customs amidst old records. It appears to have been preserved by those who ruled the loss of culture due to the proliferation of regulators. We're grateful for their foresight. Hi, Gulja. Ah, you came for the funeral. Of course. I'm the only one who will officially take part, though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So how have you been? It's been a while since my last visit. I'm good. Shale is always teaching me new things. Recently, I've learned about Everking's systems and the mechanical soldiers. It's knowledge I'll need to use my authority properly. Studious as always, I see. By way of treat, I brought you gâteau au chocolat. It's a kind of cake. I think you'll like it. Thank you, Lamachi. And thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so I feel less nervous having you here. Out of curiosity, what's the custom in Alexandria? In our world, it's common to offer flowers to the departed. It's much the same here according to the records. Flowers will be distributed to all attendees. Considering that all the worlds used to be one, the practice of offering flowers may well share the same ancient origin. Fascinating, wouldn't you say?
That's a good feeling.
Alright. For the people to take it onto themselves to organize and hold the funeral, it speaks to their enduring love for Sphene. From a group that plotted to undermine a tyrant king, from a group that plotted to undermine a tyrant king from the shadows, to one that aids their fellow citizens in the open, Oblivion has come a long way. It's a relief to see that Gulu Jia is doing well. He's been through too much for one so young. I need to do different voices for Krill and Elise. Although I've been to the back room before, there was no time to see the sights. I should like to take a little closer look at the blah blah blah. Although I've been in the back room before, there was no time to see the sights. I should like to take a closer look at the equipment. Pop always said he didn't want a somber funeral, so he celebrated his life together with our victory. I'm sure he would have loved it. I like to think he was watching us from the world beyond, filling his cup every time we filled our own. While we proposed the funeral, the royal administration took on the brunt of the planning. One of their number can better explain what the ceremony will entail. Alexandria mourns. Well, I bet. Gulu wishes to go and collect his flower for the funeral. The flowers are being handed out in Praxis Park. I'm thinking of heading over there now. We'll join you. There's a man I'd like to speak to. There's a man I'd like to speak with. Gosan. He was apparently Sphene's aide, and the one who sent us the invitation. Come on, let's go.
Also,
Nani?
did you notice that Elise's name had two A's in it? After for a second it was after the F.
Yes, Christopher, I did. Why?
In Japanese it's Elise.
Yeah. The way they translated their names they wanted to make sure they would be able to be pronounceable by people in English, Chris. Up there. And sometimes they don't always match up perfectly. It's the joys of localization. It's a tough thing sometimes. All right. Just feels weird. Not bad, just weird. All correspondence was being handled by the Wing of Reflection. So this is my first time speaking with Gassan. Judging from all the activity, I presume the funeral will be held here. While it appears souls are still being issued, supply must be limited now that they're no longer being harvested. The grim faces in the queue tell the tale. It makes sense that Sween has loyal aides to Cisco-san, given how much time she dedicated to walking among her people. Wuglamat attendance will surely help strengthen the relations between the two nations. I get the strong impression that both Tulial and Alexander wish to put this tragic past behind them. Here he is, Gosan. Hello, Gosan. Why, I'm Val Wuklamut of Tulial. Thank you for extending an invitation to Queen Sween's funeral. We are honored, truly. I had seen you before from a distance, but never had the pleasure. I am Gosan, former chief aide to the Queen. Since your passing, I have been responsible for administering affairs of state. Can we get our flowers here? Yes, Your Majesty. The flowers are being handed out at the counter yonder, alongside the regulators. What? We need to what? We need to wear regulators for the funeral? Ah, rest assured they're not a requirement. We are aware your people do not use them. You see, people in Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their persons when attending funerals. As such tokens were black, it was suggested that we might wear regulators painted the same color. We've yet to produce enough for everyone, but we're distributing them as we are able. I see. Yet regulator or no, the important thing is that we remember Queen Sphene. Remember her and her kindness. Remember her and her kindness as you make an offering of your flower. I will. The proceedings will soon begin in this plaza. The proceedings will soon begin in this plaza. Please take your place once you have your flower. That's a lot of models there, Jesus.
今ここに集まった人々はそれぞれ違うふるさとを持っています。 者はアレクサンドリアが、またある者はトライオラが祖国でありました。その両者が出会い誕生したのが神聖アレクサンドリア連王国。若い世代にとってはそれこそが唯一のふるさとでありましょう。このように出自からして異なる我々が雷鳴が絶えず響く障壁内の限られた世界でなぜ共存してこられたのでしょうか。そうです。リオスフェーン様が皆をまとめてくださったおかげでしょう。彼女の優しい笑顔に励まされ、生きる活力をもらった人は数知れません。残念ながらスフェーン様は消え去ってしまわれた。しかしそれでも私たちは覚えています、彼女のことを。
We remember her. Sorry, folks, my glasses are a little smudged right now, so that's good enough. No, not yet. It's a nice funeral speech.
故に今は共に祈りましょう。古きアレクサンドリアの伝統に立ち返り、残されたものとして死者の眠りが安らかであるようにと。そして未だ心に残る彼女との思い出を胸に刻み、明日へと継承してゆこうではありませんか。そうは言ってもこの先どうすれば。
Poor guy. They even put flowers on the Aetherite. Wow. I suppose that's one way of looking at it, dude.
フェン様、雲の上に行っちゃったの？ええ、そうよ。それなのにまだ覚えてるなんて不思議ね。僕、スフェーン様に会いたい。だって悲しい時はいつもスフェーン様が話し相手になってくれてたんだもん。 覚えてるのに会えないだなんて絶対変だよ。
I suppose in a world where you effectively automatically forget people who pass away, this would definitely be a new thing, so.
会えないわ。きっとそれが死んでしまうということなの。
A heck of a lesson to learn.
でもそれじゃ僕たちどうなるの？このままずっと寂しいままなの？
Does feel that way, doesn't it? This is hitting a little too hard.
実際これからどうなるんだろうな。スフェーン様あっての俺たちだったんだ。この先の生活が不安で仕方ないよ。
あの方がいたことを生地覚えてるばかりにね。いっそ全部忘れられてたら自分たちで何とかしようって思えたかもしれないわ。
Oh no, please do not turn this into a someone decides that it's for the best if everyone forgets thing. We have to stop them, please.
俺たちもトライオラに移住した方がいいかもな。荒野を歩いて渡るのは大変そうだが、それでも先行き不安なこの国よりは。
あのさ、ヨカフイ族って部族の思想にこんな言葉があるんだ。人が死ぬのは肉体的な終わりを迎えた時じゃない。誰かの心から忘れ去られた時だって。ならスフェーンについてもそう考えられねえか。お前が覚えてさえいれば肉体や魂はなくても心の中であいつの命は続いてくって。
You know she doesn't have a body or a soul anymore.
心の中で生きてても結局もう会えないんでしょ？だったらきっと寂しくなるよ。
I like the kid's fake Pokemon shirt.
そんな風に感じるくらいなら記憶を雲の上に預けちゃった方がいいと思うな。
悪い。別に押し付けるつもりはなかったんだ。お前らなりのやり方でいいからさ。スフェーンのこと見送ってやってくれよ。やっぱりそう簡単には受け入れられねえよな。どうにかしてみんなが前向きになってくれたらいいんだけどよ。
死者に対する気持ちの整理もそうだけど、利用を失ったことによる生活の不安も問題よね。
ああ、そのあたりも隣国として支えて。どうしたグロージョ？
さっきの話、死んだ人のことを覚えてるのと覚えていないのってどっちが幸せなのかな。僕は父さんのことを覚えてる。だからこそ名前を聞いたりすると今も胸が痛いんだ。
Yeah, well.
スフェーン様だって同じだよ。 思い出したらもういないんだ。寂しいなって。けど母さんのことは何も知らない。知らないから寂しいって思うこと
Can
も
you
ない。
put those in the recycling, please, Chris?
僕は父さんたちのことを覚えていたいけど、どっちが幸せかって言われたらわかんないよ。
This is getting into a deep philosophical question far quicker than I thought they were going to for this particular MSQ. Okay.
グルージャー、
ちょっと場所を変えましょうか。
Seeing that child reminded me of myself, of how hard it was for me except my grandfather was gone. But that sadness is what gave me the strength to come this far, and I would never choose to forget it. Never. I hope the altar can provide comfort to those who need it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up. It's getting a little loud there. Simply leaving Alexandria won't solve all the problems, I fear. The problem runs deeper than that. This seems like a good place to continue our conversation. Hey, Gulja, do you really know nothing about it all about your mother? She also searched the system for information on residents, but the only Mamul Jah she found were listed were me and my father and me. Even if she died and was erased from people's memories, she should have been there, but she wasn't. Well, that you're here means that she was here too, inside the dome. There can't be any other way about it. I think so. Even if it makes me feel sad, I want to know her. So I want to try looking again. And if I don't find anything this time, I'll give up. I see. Well, if that's what you want. Then I'll help you. I'd like to help as well, and I believe I speak for the others too. But I can't bother you with this. You already came for the funeral. We came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. We're not about to just we're not about to leave just yet. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. I need to read the line first and then start speaking. All right, thank you, everyone. We might learn about my father too. I hadn't thought about that. I can very much relate to his feelings. I pray Guluja finds what he seeks. If this is what Guluja wants, then I'll help him however I can. After all, we're family. I understand all too well Guluja's desire. For the longest time, I found my own father's actions inexplicable. Yeah, and then we took him down a notch. If no records remain of Guluja's mother, then where do we begin our search? Graha has an idea, apparently. In search of the past. Graha T has an idea of how you may proceed with your investigation. Assuming neither memories nor records of Guluja's mother remain, we must cast as wide a net as possible. We must cast as wide a net as possible. I suggest we split into groups. Celesta, if you can make inquiries in the outskirts, the rest of us will do the same in Solution 9. Modern Cryptomancer. Also, morning's early. Alright, let's go. Goodness gracious, excuse me. Got a latte talking about deadlines. Good grief. Alright, well, let's head to the outskirts and get some information. Yeah, is that actually in the game yet, or not, or is it currently unknown? Because, like, I imagine that'd be popular for a lot of people. Alright, let's go ahead and hop on the Chocobo. Are you kidding? Really? Seriously? 2 of you? Oops, you're not the right person. Ha 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 ha. Oh well. Aha! There you are. I trust you've recovered from the shock of my initial proposal? Good, good. Now let me explain what this is all about. I'm a researcher for Oblivion, namely in the field of electro engineering. During During Zoralja's reign, I survived within the ranks of his army by helping to research and develop protective materials. One of my many projects was these indomitable dummies, and as their name implies, their durability is second to none. They are used to measure the offensive potential of an entire arsenal of weapons to great effect. But now Zoralja is no more. Pieces return to our home. A preferable outcome, of course, but it does mean that my masterworks have been left to rust. And that is an affront to science I cannot forgive. Peace may demand we set down our weapons, but the march of progress must go on. And so I grant you, who seems to possess might equal to an entire squadron of hardened troops, access to the Spire of Trial. Of course, I am more than willing to make adjustments as befits the magnitude of your power. As a woman of science, I can think of no greater honor than to have you testing the limits of my creations. You've given me purpose anew, Celesta. I'll be here testing and improving the dummies when able, so you're welcome to stop by at any time, even if only to gaze upon my indomitable beauties. Alright, so I get a test dummies, I guess, or something. You now have access to the Spire of Trial, an expansion of Stone, Sky, and Sea. This training can be accessed by eccentric researcher. Okay. Oh, cute. I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to put in the cash shop eventually. Sorry, but I've never heard of a Mulja woman living in these parts, much less one connected to Zoral Ja. You might have better luck talking to the people over at Tonawatan. Yeah. Tonawatan settlement to the north of Everkeep, in a place called Ueyawata. The resilient son won their loyalty when he saved them from some crisis or another, or so the story goes. If I remember correctly, their chief's name was Kanalaka.
What? First book?
In most stories.
Okay. Here, fix all of that mess.
Alright, find some other people who might have information on.
Alright, fix this.
Yeah. Not sure if I would actually use it because I like Celeste's hair the color it is right now, but access is never bad, so. You're looking for a Mamulja woman? Oh, Galuja's mother. Can't help you there, I'm afraid. I only know a little about Zoral Ja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us off from the outside world, a Troll Vidral had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Zoral Ja assembled a party of warriors, and with them confronted and felled the beast. It was interesting to hear the king's feat in the past. There we are. Chatty Shitona. A Mamulja woman? There are people who've never been a common sight around here. Why, the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. She was among an entourage of Landsguard that was dispatched here. I assume they all returned to Tuliel after their mission. But if any remained, I suppose they could have been trapped in here with the rest of us. Alright. And now back to solution 9. The Neon Stein. Like that hair color right there, are you? Hail, the gang's all here, wow. While I failed to learn anything directly related to Gulujal's mother, I did find information which may shed some light upon Zoral Ja. Lama T didn't seem to have much luck. How did you fare? I'm sorry, but I couldn't find anything useful. None of the people I questioned had even heard of a Mamulja woman before. Solution 9 is vast indeed. Even with the teleporters, we could cover but a small portion of it. Zoral Ja rarely made public appearances, so the people had no idea how he spent most of his time. Yet I believe therein lies the key to the answers we seek. Ah, you're back too. I told Shale all about your search. Gulujal has told me all. We've previously tried to track down records of his mother, but came up empty-handed. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Here are my notes. Ah, so you spoke with quite a few different people as well. Let's combine all our findings and see what conclusions we might draw. So, Zoral Ja brought a retinue of Landsguard to Isolani, among whom was a female Malul Ja. His mission was to rid the region of a troll withdrawal, and I believe it's safe to say that this was the crisis in Iwayawata he resolved. If some of his troops stuck around for a time, perhaps to assist the villagers with recovery efforts, then they could have indeed gotten trapped in the dome. We also heard stories about a settlement in Iwayawata. People lived there until nearly a decade ago, and Zoral Ja made regular visits. If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal. And if this Mamul Ja woman had remained there would have been occasion to come in contact. I see. But what could Zoral Ja have been doing in that village? I think we can answer that question. In order to retrace Zoral Ja's steps, Raha and I spoke to a researcher who worked at Orogenics. He said that, approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside Everkeep, per the King's direct order. This is the first I've ever heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard were believed to have been under the King's jurisdiction. It was apparently being used to develop a new kind of weapon, but I'm afraid that was all we can learn. It's plenty to go on. Even if the work was classified, any materials and equipment needed would have been manufactured within Everkeep. So if we look into transportation records, there it is. The routes are full of detours and attempts at obfuscation, but large deliveries were being made to Iwayawata, far too large for a mere village. There hasn't been any activity in years, though. It's likely the facility has been decommissioned. Oh, ad time? I really wish ad breaks would show up on the chat in here, but oh well. One minute to go. Interesting, because it says 10 seconds left on my timer here. I don't get their trackers at all. All right. All right. Well, we're back. All right. Do you think that's where my mother was? Oh, should actually be able to. There we go. We can't say for certain just yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. This is amazing. Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure all this out. Every piece of the puzzle may reveal little on its own, but when we put several together, a picture begins to form. And even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Oh well. A lesson I learned in another life. So we'll be investigating. So we'll be investigating the secret facility in Ueyawata then. And this time, I want you to come along, Guluja. Yay! Adventure time!
Adventure time is over.
Adventure time was finished its run.
Ueyawata is on the other side of the lake. To get there, you'll need to take a hover cargo from the drift towns. Alright. Thank you, Shale.
Alright.
Alright, time to go over a lake.
Okay.
Make your way to the drift towns when you're ready. Kilusa will have a hover cargo ready for you. Alright. Blessed cough suppressant seems to be working reasonably well. Either I need to put new batteries in this keyboard, or I need to... or I'm just getting random interference again. Alright. Just again, just like cybertech everything, and a tree, and a couple trees. Just, I guess, because they decided they needed to remember what trees looked like. And I like how, like, the entrance looks like a hotel lobby almost. Alright, let's go. Alright, I can fly. I forgot about that. Why am I running when I can fly? Which means, why am I bothering with this when I can just fly over the lake? But oh well. While the researcher we spoke with remembered that he had colleagues, he couldn't recall details about any specific individuals. Not their names, nor what they were like. Someone would have noticed as Raw Jaw traveled from the downs. I expect he utilized a flying vehicle. We've seen how much has changed for the part of We've seen how much has changed for the part of the Yasalani that's on this side of the dome. I wonder what it's like on the other. The settlement on the outskirts. That was originally Tanawatan, wasn't it? As well, yes? I wonder if Ueyata is similar to it. Weapons developed in secret with the aid of devoted followers. Nothing good will have come of this. I'll remain nearby after dropping you off. Just let me know when you're ready to head back. So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the dome, so I don't expect it'll be too different from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You follow when it's safe to do so, alright? Alright. Be careful, everyone. Yueyata Field Station now accessible. Ah, dungeon time. Alright, well, let's, party of NPCs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright, let's do this. Excuse me. Apparently we're going through... Yueyata Field Station. There's a lot of sparky things here. Actually, let's eat something just to get it out of my inventory. Sure. Alright, let's do this. My father must have come here for a reason. Y'all come over here. Thank you. Cluster up a little bit more so I can like do my DP AoE on you all. Alright. So far, so good. Knock on wood. Or pressboard, I guess, in this case. Crack-a-boom. Alright, who are you attacking? You're attacking the big dude first. Alright, fine. Thank you. Not gonna lie, this place is freaky. Like, not in a super bad way, but like the crystals the fact that everything is lightning is like electrified is kind of weird.
俺がやる
Big pylon looking thing. Probably to gather electric power from the lightning. Okay, he is coming along, I was gonna say. Forest Axe Beak. All right. So, Cryptomancer, you had a higher chance of knowing this than I would. Did they fix DPS for Pictomancers? Or are they still broken? Broken. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. But that's what I meant, like not to be OP anymore. Because there had been talk about like them adjusting things. I thought there was a talk about them adjusting things. Those are some long ass tusks. What are you doing over there, dude? Uh-oh. Oh, cripes. Yikes. Ah! Ah! Yeah. Dang it. Enough with the friggin'... Oh, good God. Seriously? On top of it? Wow, I don't like you at all. That wasn't super hard to deal with, but still, that was annoying. What are we supposed to do, folks? Okay, so we are supposed to destroy it then, alright. charging this one, man. Got it. We have to dodge. Understood. Oh, I see. Okay.
私だってやれるんだから。私は止まらねえ。
Oh, someone's actually using the limit break at a reasonable time. And not just whenever the hell they feel like it, Elise.
俺がやる。
Whew. Heavens, I materia. Huh. Oh shoot, I should spend my poetics. Oh well, I'll do that later. What kind of research do they do here? Bad research, my friend. Bad research. Hardly any signs there was a village here. Research note. While His Majesty the Royal Jiao is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast's soul into a person's body, safety and ethical concerns have ensured no earnest attempts have been made to date. Yet our king believes that there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, and so he has ordered us to make this conception a reality. He would bolster our military might and break through into the outside world. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing. No worries, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you in a bit, then. Oh, yikes. Hello. Oh, God. What the hell? Y'all. Ooh, God. I'm not going to look too closely at these guys. Nice, dude. And that was not the button I wanted to hit, but oh well. Thanks, man. Will do. Doc says goodnight.
Good night.
Oh, man. This is not looking good. Our bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even with stripped memories, a feral soul can induce psychological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because primal instincts remain. And while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, and I dare say welcomed, too many such souls can lead to physical mutations. For now, our objective shall be to determine the threshold beyond which a body is at risk of uncontrolled mutation. That uncontrolled mutation. Yeah, alright. Oh, look. Dead people. And... Are those people? Those are people, right? Oh my goodness. And look, broken canisters. Oh god, here they come.
Some kind of horrible take on a zombie movie.
This is Resident Fantasy.
Sounds a lot less terrifyingly awful than Final Evil.
Yeah, well. But just a whole bunch of zombies just got up and attacked us, so those rotten dogs earlier were probably zombies too. So probably a good thing little young Chris is not in here right now. They're moving. We brought a kid with us. This was maybe not the best idea. You know, as soon as I saw those bodies on the ground, I should have been like, oh, they're gonna get up. My zombie senses should have been tingling, and they weren't. I feel a little ashamed of myself. My senses have dulled. It's not like Final Fantasy doesn't do undead. Haven't done undead before, so... What happened here? Once again, lots of bad things, my son. Treasure coffer. Amulet of Slaying. I will say... Oh, goody, here comes more... Oh, God! We don't like this. Boy. Well, that lagged me a little bit too, actually, the dude dying there just now. but the kid's not a child soldier, man. Also, that's messed up too. Look at this research note instead of fighting that guy in the hallway there. The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We've experimented with fiends of great power, but mutations were observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated than before Atticus. Atticus? Really? Atticus? Jesus. His body was altered irreparably, and he lost all capacity for rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of a Tyrol Vidral. The soul of a Tyrol Vidral? Really? I struggle to see a path forward. An alternative method must be considered. Man, if, like, we get things bursting out of these... Oh, God. They made it so we can go into the side rooms with the experimental... Oh, my God. Oh, my Jesus. Oh, Christ. Oh, my God. What the actual... Man, it's there. This is definitely like Resident Evil's best hits. the Final Fantasy version. We got crawlers, zombie dogs, giant dudes with sacks on their heads. I just realized that I accidentally made the all-cat squad. I mean, I know Kururu doesn't count as a cat, but she's got cat ears, so close enough. This room's got the nice big red light. That just makes things even worse. Good grief. Research note. If the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if we were to reverse the process? By purging a beast of its memories, and infusing it with a man's soul, one still possessed of its own memories, we stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. over a vessel of great power. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to oh my god. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. I must prepare his soul for extraction at once. Oh my god, this is okay, so I guess we decided to go horror this time. Okay, well I did say I wanted to play Resident Evil again, didn't I? You are the necklace of aiming. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, you and me too, kid. He's on... Okay. There's something unsettling about the Aether here. What's happened to them? Oh boy, here we go. You surrender your souls to King Zoral Ja. Overseer Kaniloka. Oh god. Come forth, my dear souls. Gah. I was gonna say, where's Lamachi? I'm not liking the blood with hands coming out of it. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my god, what the hell? Sufficiently advanced life extension research is indistinguished from necromancy. Yeah, well, okay, yes. You're not wrong there, sir. That was a hell of a bit with the hand thing there. Alright. Alright. Alright, now we're got this going. Alright, now this is gonna be the weird hand thing that we can only move. Discard the flesh, extract the soul, huh? Okay, that time wasn't so bad. Blood burst? The King of Resolve's purpose. Yeah, no. Oh, Jesus. There was no way I was going to be able to dodge all that. Honestly, the hardest part was the hand movement thing. Relinquish your souls for the glory of Alexandria. The work demands more souls? No. Sorry, you can't have my soul. Our souls are kind of busy. Cripes. Boots of Maiming. They look kind of like cowboy boots. Would that we could tame the beast, but the seal's already. The seal? The beast? What was he talking about? Hey, Crescents. Is that a storm? But yeah, welcome back, Crescents. Also, what the actual? What are you attacking, Wuklamot? You're attacking this thing, of course. You always attack the biggest thing. Come here. Come here. By the gods, what is that? So we've gone from Resident Evil to maybe Silent Hill. I'm not sure if I like that. I've never been a fan of the Silent Hill series. They creep me out. Like, killing zombies and stuff is one thing. Dealing with supernatural horrors from beyond our consciousness is another. And yeah, what the okay. Sprightly Phobad. Okay. Like weird crystal looking things and a giant mudman thing. Sprightly Loam Keep, I see. Silent Hill 3, Hill Resident. Nice. What was that roar? Did it come from inside the storm? It might have, kid. We really should not have brought you with us. Ah. Man, Silent Hill and Resident Evil together would be just oh god, I don't know if I could deal with that. As I think about it, I mentioned at the top of the stream that there wasn't really any news. I guess there is a little news, which is I turned 49 this month. I don't know what I'll do for my birthday stream if I do one at all, but, you know. I see. This one hasn't been ridiculous so far to me, just, like, the second fight was probably the hardest so far with all of the, weird... Thanks, man. Birthday's at the end of the month. So, I'll probably do a Friday normal stream, but I might do something other than MSQ. Wow, Mike, what the hell? Oh dear God, what the L? Linipiati. No, 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 no. This is not a bunny. This is no kind of bunny. Okay. Dude, if you think it's adorbs, I worry about your your sensibilities. Had that thing been sealed away this whole time? A Tyrol withdrawal, no doubt about it. Hey Zane. Oh boy, here we go. That's just that God, okay. The hell? Okay. The lightning button. Okay, what the snap? Okay. That hurt. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Can we please move? Thank you. Ow. Sorry, Lamachi. Oh God, seriously. Dang it. I went the wrong way. Also, I need to give up on the DPSing at that point, just freaking run. Well, let me eat something else really fast, just to get it out of my inventory here. Sure. Alright, let's try this again. Ugh. Now that just hits us no matter what, so... Where are you going, Lamachi? We're all going over here, okay, fine. They're like giant earthworms. They kinda are, yes they are. Seriously? Huh. How deep does this hole go? Deep enough, apparently. Oh, Jesus. He just spat poison on me. That's nice. Running away, running away, running away, running away. Running away, running away, running away, running away. Yeah, this is kind of hard to parse, honestly. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, I can imagine. This gave me a little bit of a headache, honestly. So, the circle, it's an interesting concept, but I'm not a big fan of falling to your death in dungeons, so, in boss fights. Robe of casting, huh? That's nice enough. I really should be logging in every day just to do my dailies. Oh well. That is just messed up looking.
獣はゾラージャ兄さんが討伐したって話だったけど、バリバリなんだみたいに封印しただけだったんだな。
Is it me or is it still moving? It's still moving.
あの施設では人間の魂と記憶を魔物に移す研究をしていたようね。
So that's where we're going next, I guess.
わざわざこんな僻地に研究施設を置いたのもこのトラルビドラールを利用するためだったのね。もちろん封印した当時には思いもよらない利用法ではあったはずだけど。
Oh yay, echo time.
というわけで人格の崩壊を防ぐため人の魂の方を獣の体に移したいのです。
You are a messed up dude.
その方法ならトラルビドラールの力が利用できるのか。理論上はま まずは通常の魔物で実験を行いますが、ゆくゆくは強大な力を意のままにできるかと。
You just keep telling yourself that,
そう
dude.
して魂を捧げた者はどうなる。人に戻れるわけでもなし、必要な犠牲と割り切るしかないでしょうな。その分、機械兵などよりも多くの戦果を期待できま
It's
す。
the old sci-fi trope: robots versus monsters, which is better for your evil army.
いいだろう。ならば早急に志願者を募り、
Volunteers.
実験を開始せよ。
Volunteers. In gigantic quotation marks.
かしこまりました。それでは私は上の観測所へと戻ります。
He just looks evil. I mean, look at him. The hell? It's like how much more of an evil mad scientist can we make with our modeling program?
承認したのですね。彼の計画を。
A old gentleman. Not evil at all.
停車じゃ。今後はカニロッカの下につけ。
T-shell jaw.
お前は遊覧隊の中で腕の立つ呪術医だった。その見識が実験に役立とる。
You know her name now.
加えて奴自身を監視する必要もある。よく見、よく働き、真実だけを俺に告げろ。
Tell me only the truth.
実験に反対か。よもや任務を果たせないとでも。
The hell, dude.
いいえ。障壁の中で生きていくにせよ、外に出ようとするにせよ、強い力は必要不可欠です。頼れるもののない私たちは、多少強引な方法を使ってでもそれを獲得しなければならない。ですから命令はお受けいたしましょう。代わりに実験が起動になったら報酬をいただけないでしょうか。
何を望む。
Don't say what I think you're.
手に入らないと思っていたものです。あまりに遠くにあって求めることすら諦めていた。
Don't say you want his kid.
今ならこの場所でならあ
Don't.
と数歩で触れることができる。
Oh my God! Please no.
見合う成果を収めたなら何であれ持っていくがいい。
Woman, what the heck?
俺が求めるものは障壁の中にない。ここでは証明できない。
Yeah, I agree with you there on that, Crescens. Not a big fan of this
お
section.
前の望む報酬がこの場にあるというのなら、どの道俺にとっては価値のないものだ。
That's.
大丈夫か？
停車場。その人が僕の母さんかもしれないってこと？
She might be, yeah.
アウトスカーツの奴らが言ってた通り、ヤースラニ荒野にはマムージャ族がほとんど住んでなかったんだ。ドームの出現に巻き込まれた女性が何人もいたとは思えねえ。ならやっぱり停車場がそうなのか。
神ロッカは去り際に上の観測所と言っていたのよね。あの施設の上層にそういう場所があるのだとしたら、停車所さんに関する情報も見つかるかもしれないわ。
よし、行ってみようぜ。
Well then. Now that the danger's behind us, it started sinking in just how unsettling this place is. Hard to believe it used to be a village. That you should be able to peer into the Thurl Vidal's past. I wonder what that implies for the beast's consciousness while it was sealed away. Tishel Jai, you said her name was? I wonder what her story is. The villagers were likely monitoring the imprisoned Thurl Vidal at Zoralja's behest, and at some point, they became involved in the research of souls. It seems this Kaniloko was in charge here. From your recounting, he was quite dedicated to Zoralja. Okay, ad break. I'll pause here. Okay. Yeah, well, no worries, man. Goodness gracious. Alright, back in 30 seconds. Alright. And we're back. Let's go ahead and finish this conversation and get the next quest going. I wish I could see into the past like you. Then I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any other Momoja women here, for a long time I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited told you all and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. Be nice. Alright. Among the Abandoned. Kururu is eager to begin Kururu is eager to begin researching the research facility. While we've discerned the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of that remain might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Let us take a look around, for information as well as the way up to the upper level. What level is this stuff we're making up here? 705, so I'm still got better stuff for now. Man, why is anyone leaving this kid alone? He should be escorted at all times. What happened to the people here? Did they all leave? Or did we already meet them? I think we already met them, kid. To think that people actually volunteered their souls for these experiments. Success was far from guaranteed, and even in the best case, they would cease to be men. Was their devotion to this royal just so absolute? Like the barricade here, covered in corpses and body bags. Oh my god. Jeez. I wonder what Beck Look would make of this research in transferring souls. You know, that's a good question, actually. I'd like to think they'd be disgusted by it. The researchers likely moved between the upper and lower levels. Perhaps we can find a key among their belongings. It makes me angry to think about what they did here. Yeah. Yeah. Science. All about woulda, coulda, not about shoulda. It won't open, and I don't think it'll yield to our shoulders either. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and find a key. Alright. A security panel's nearby. Perhaps a verification key will find the way. That right there, that's a really nice mangled corpse. God. A journal lies next to the body. I was transferred to Uoya Station in order to train the villagers in the use of electric technology. While a child can quickly learn to operate common contraptions, It will be no easy thing for them to attain the requisite skill to develop new weapons, ones which require no less than the manipulation of souls. Thankfully, two of my pupils have demonstrated great aptitude in the field. Kanioka, the village chief, and Tishai Ja, a field Trojan. A flayed Trojan, they misspelled that, oops. Further driven by their loyalty to our king, their growth has been remarkable. I dare to hope that, before long, they'll be able to carry out their duties without further instruction, and I may be relieved of my duty. Well, you were relieved of your duty one way or another there, sir. Oh, okay. Let's try the other hallway then. Honestly, I swear that just any moment we're gonna have a onrush of zombies coming after us, and me without a machine gun. Test subject's journal. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write. Can write good, yes? I am good. Very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today bit off hand of feeder. Cannot help it, so strong. Hungry. Always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. I must eat, am eater must eat. Open cabinet. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. You dig deeper and find a verification key. Perhaps it can be used to open the iron gate. Man. Just... man. You found the key? Great. I'll call the others. It seems the key can be used to operate the lift up as well. Up we go. Man, this feels like a trap. Oh boy. More computers. Kid, don't go running ahead of us. Seriously, stick with us. So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Velagarmanda. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies, related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then. Let's see if we can find some clues about Goluja's mother. Kid, don't press any buttons. Please don't press any buttons. I think I can use this terminal. Shale taught me how. I know Unix. I can do this. Sorry. Sorry. There's so much data. I don't know what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tishel Jha. Ah, it brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tishel Jha, Administrator of Experimental Treatments, Research Logs. This sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. And we got a USB key. Then let us take it back. Then let us take it back to the back room. Then let us take it with us. Then let us take it with us to the back room, and have Shale analyze it. Agreed. All right, I'll transfer to the storage device I brought. Kid was smart enough to bring a USB key. Good on you, kid. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here. Everyone? Everything. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for both of us. I admit the Tyrell Vidal gave me a fright at first, but then I remembered who fell the mighty Veligarmanda. I'll not soon forget our visit to that facility. It was a troubling reminder of the depravity that can arise from the belief that souls are simply a resource to be exploited. Kilusa's really good at driving the cargo. I wonder if I can learn how to drive it too. It seems safe to say my brother returned to Yua Yuata for the Tyrell withdrawal. He wanted its power, no matter the cost. I'm glad we could find where we stop in that abandoned facility. And zombies. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let us deliver the data to Shale. Seeing it from the outside, it looks very different than what you would expect. Alright. Car ads and stuff. How much money do I have anyways? 1.75. Not nearly enough for the motorcycle yet. Oh well. I need to figure out, go check how much that costs again and try to start saving up for it. Excuse me. I think I'll probably stop in the near future here, depending on what's coming up next. You found information on Golujel's mother? You lot never cease to amaze. It was Shale who gave me the storage device before we left. She thought we'd probably need it, and we did. Golujel had no trouble keeping up during the outing. He really is his father's son. Having now spent some time in these harsh environs, I feel I have a better understanding of how much a steadying presence Fiend was to her people. From what I can see, things haven't changed much since the funeral. People are still listless like before. I've been thinking, it may behoove us to learn more about how to use the various devices found throughout Alexandria. Better late than never, after all. The data will be in good hands with Shale. Welcome back. Glujah has already given me the storage device. It looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Elise and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. That mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finish my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Guidance of the Hitso. Decrypting files isn't the hard part. It's when the number of digits in a password is unknown that the long nights begin. I'll stay here with Shale. There's a lot I can learn just from watching her. I share our friend's concern. It's not surprising that the Alexandrians are having difficulty coping with their grief. But still. I met some members of Oblivion on the way back here. They themselves were returning after having paid their respects to Sphene. I suspect Alexandrian's plight reminds Alphandon and Elise of the Garleans. Little wonder they feel compelled to assist in any way they can. Geo's concerns played on his face. Elise isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Tyrelli still remember a time before they were dependent on the Sol system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason, too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Tyrell, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tulial. My brother is doing all he can to see the Tag Tyrell Railroad restored to operation, so that people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the rail would make things slightly easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Kwana seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shale's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. To Charloni Station, then. I'll make sure to keep Kwana informed. In this case, I don't think it's In this case, I don't think it's necessarily they're trying to find more ways to help the Garleans. I think this is actually them wanting to help the Alexandrians. It's just more. This reminds them of the Garleans. And yeah, the broom still being in ruins is, unfortunately MMO timeline, right? So Ra and I'll keep an eye out here things here in your absence. I would be astonished if they were able to restore railroad service so quickly. The locomotive was nigh obliterated in its collision with the dome. Say hello to Kwana for me. You'll have plenty of time to work on this. You'll have plenty of time while I work on this. Trust me. Let us know if there's good news concerning the railroad. We can disseminate it through our network and hopefully put some minds at ease. Alright, so... I think I will... Meanwhile, in the Wild West... Hey, gang. I filled Kwana in. He asked that we continue to support the Alexandrians as best we can. Operations are still suspended, but we're trying to remain optimistic. It's good to see you looking well yourselves. Hey, Wawalika. Vow of Resolve, and Celeste Storm Shield to boot. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Taral that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As that happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Ah, Scratch-Thee on his way. Oh hey, new outfit. Oh no. Gasp! Did our little Bun Bun finally outgrow his old clothes? Stop that. As you well know, my previous attire was that of a gleaner, and I have chosen a different path. It was time for a change. Yeah, I always poke the bunny, yeah. You hear about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawn Blazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist with its replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lamati has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawn Blazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all of the considerations. But now we're back to our original problem: how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mewatsuan. That is the Ranik. Though the Hitsara that follow them are none too pleased about their Hetso being spooked by the noise of their locomotive either. The solution I've devised to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ranik will be deterred from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the railroads plotted to avoid the Ranik's preferred grazing areas, though? It's how they're getting so close in the first place. The Ranik's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I am not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mewatsuan for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to insist on this matter, and I too would hear what the Hetsara have to say about it. They are the ones most affected, after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Wato. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetsara campaign if you like. Alright, I think I'll go ahead and stop here and pick up next week. So, folks, thank you for joining me today. Hope you had a good time. It's been fun playing this again, catching up on how to play it and what I'm missing and everything else. I will be back next week with more Final Fantasy XIV. I'll be back this coming Sunday with more Momodora. We'll see how far I can get in that game on. Assuming I can get the cable to work, we'll see. I may need to just pause for and play something else for a bit until I get the cable situation settled. But thanks, man. I'll let them know. And thanks for watching, man. As always. But yeah, take care, folks. Have a good day for those of you back in the U.S. Good night for those of you here in Asia and elsewhere. And I will see you all either in 2 days or in a week. Good night, everyone.